Hey, what's up, guys? Hello, welcome back to another video. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Today was my first green day. I finally made a profit. Oh my god, I still can't quite believe it. I've spent the last hour trying to calm myself down. Um, but like, this is really a big relief. I've been struggling so much the last 2 weeks. I've been trading for 2 weeks, lost $2,000. My biggest drama was 2 days ago when I just went completely FOMO and just ignored all signals and lost $950. That was so painful. Oh my God. But after this, I've gotten back up and I started really focusing on doing this right, on just watching the signals and trusting only the signals I see in the charts. And making sure that I manage my risk properly, really setting proper, like really being careful with entries, giving the stocks time to evolve, but at the same time, set stop losses to ensure that I don't lose out on this big time. And yesterday it was a bad day, but today it looked to be a bad day because today, let me tell you, there are two factors in play today. Two conflicting factors. It's Friday. Fridays usually is a slower day. Most people, I mean, especially swing traders that hold a stock for more than one day, they might go out on Fridays because they bought it on Monday, Tuesday, and now they're closing their positions to make sure that they get the cash for the weekend. But this like Friday usually is kind of slow, not much happening. So there was not much expectation going on. There were a couple of stocks on the scanner today that I was looking at, but honestly, some was at reverse splits where the price had just risen because the number of available shares had been reduced. So, for example, if there were 10,000 shares available before, the company, because they want to increase the price, they say, okay, now we for every 10 shares you have, you now get one share, but for the 10 times the price of the previous share. So that was going on. There was TTMP was going, but that had, I think, 4 million shares pre-market, so that was extremely crowded, and because of that crowdedness, just not really interesting. And there were some other stocks like bad daily charts, really not that much going on. So essentially, for the first 30 minutes of checking the market, nothing happened. For the first 20 minutes, nothing really happened. Um, at I did trade. Okay, let's go into the trades today. I traded SXTC twice, lost on both. SXTC, just a big summary. I'm not going to go into too much detail because essentially the same thing that happened yesterday happened today. It looked like it might break out, but then it didn't. And I lost what, $34. That's totally okay. That's doable. And there's not much I can say about this. Essentially, if you want more detail, you see this is the XST chart. It made a reasonable move, slowly, kind of slowly, from the low of 692 to a high of $8. A kind of slow move. Now, after this first initial move, I saw it and I was kind of watching it. I missed that first one because when it was called that it's moving fast, and it was moving quite fast in a couple of seconds, I opened the chart, and as it takes 10 seconds to load the chart, by the time I saw it, the move was over, and then it was going sideways and like slightly up, but really slowly, and I didn't really see a good entry. And then I eventually got in after it had, like, just before it reached, no, after it reached that high, or somewhere around here. I forgot exactly where, but I saw like an entry. I got in. It kind of was going sideways. It dropped down, and my stop loss got triggered. I saw it go down a little bit, but then come up a little bit to a new high, and I was like, okay, let's try it again. As you can see, my second buy-in was at just above the $0.50, but in that candle, it had gone down from, I think, 795, so there was a chance it might go somewhere. So I got in, but in the end got stopped out at 42. Nothing special. However, then I was checking TMSR, and as usual, just before you, actually no, I can show you the video of the recording. Let's go full screen on this one. So this is TMSR. It had risen. No, this. Sorry, what is this? Oh yeah. Okay, this is 51, 55. I should have gone at 20 to 20. Sorry, this is too far in the future. You have seen the future. That's dangerous. It's gonna cause some kind of paradox. Just kidding. Let's go to 20. And yes, let me go a little bit back to like 45. No, that's 259. TMSR, that's 2. Yes, here we go. Okay, you see me typing in TMSR. And right now it's still adult. Now it's showing and bam. Did you see that? Did you see that? I open up the chart and in the blink of an eye, in just less than a second, it jumped from 334, which used to be low here, to 399. In fact, 403. I was like, okay, great, I missed this. In fact, it jumped right into a circuit breaker halt. So I was like, well, terrific. You know, this is like my reaction timing is too slow. I missed it. Wait a second. Don't tell me that this... No, everything should be fine. But I gotta check. I gotta check that the sound is all right. Can I pause this? Jesus Christ, I don't know. I don't know if I can check the sound going back in this running video. I hope that I said it right, because I've had some sound issues recently, and it was really frustrating. So there was a couple of videos that I had to redo, that I had to reshoot and re-upload to cover, like, just make up for you know, losing volume mid-video. That was extremely frustrating. Anyway, let me move on. I'm sorry. So as you can see here, as I said, I went inside, and just as I looked it up, it went straight into a circuit breaker halt. There was nothing I could have done. That was a 5-minute. Let's check. 5:09. Yeah, exactly. I was here. We go to TMSR. I was watching it. You can look at the chart. No, actually, look at the level 2. You see? Okay, it just opened up. Did you see that? Let me go back in case you missed it, because I didn't tell it early on. You see it's at 403 right now. Keep your eye here. The next order that is waiting is 410. Now it's opening up 428, 450, 460, 492. Bam. Second circuit breaker halt. It was going crazy. I again, like, in such a fast time, I did not have time to react. I was trying, okay, maybe, okay, this is actually, no, I was just looking at this, thinking, okay, when is there going to be, you know, like a calmer minute? Maybe it reaches a level and then it pulls back a little bit. But no, none of that happened. It just went straight up into the circuit breaker halt without giving me time to react. So this one, going so fast, again, I missed it. I was pretty frustrated at this point in time. If you've watched some of my previous videos, you know that my experience with circuit breaker halts is just generally bad in terms of getting late. Okay, it just resumed. I want to go back a little bit. You know, when you get in too late, this is already 2 circuit breaker halts. When you get in now, there's a chance it's just gonna go down really quickly, just fade super quickly. It could, of course, also go further up, but you don't know. You need to give, like, you need to have a little bit of confirmation timing, maybe, or just, I mean, ideally, when you see a circuit breaker halt approaching, you want to get in before the first one, because then there's a good chance you're going to make money. But if you don't make it the first time, second time is quite risky, and the third time is definitely super risky. So I was just pretty bummed out about not getting into this, but I just kept watching. Here it opened, and you can see it's zigzagging, like going to 520, back to 480. It's kind of still zigzagging, and I'm not too sure what's happening here. Now it's dropping. It looks like it's about to fade, but now 490 again, 470. It looks like it's about to fade, honestly. It reached like its high of day, and it's just coming back now. That's what I thought. I was like, okay, good. You know, this is it. This was it, and nothing else happening. It actually, let's see, like over the next few minutes, this stock will keep whipping around, and it will actually have its bottom around here and then start rising really slowly, really slowly. So at the time, I'm like watching it for a possible resumption. We can zoom in to 42, no, not 41, 42.20. Yes, here you see it had actually gone up, like it was whipping. This candle has a pretty large tail on one end, so it went up and then back down, and then the next one started lower and didn't reach that high again. So I wasn't sure if this is going to hold, so I didn't get in. But then as I saw this crossing this candle's high, making a new high, I started placing some buy orders. And I started at 515, not setting it because I missed it. I was thinking about here, still unsure, maybe I'll cancel it, but I got in and I was holding it. And then over the next few minutes, you will see me setting stop losses continuously. Literally, it reaches one level, I set a stop loss. It goes a little bit higher, and it holds that level. I set it a little bit higher. I think it's at the beginning it was 5 cent increments, and then it was 10-cent increments, and it will just keep rising. So every time it rises, I set another 10-cent loss, and it rises actually so quickly at some point that, you know, my 10-cent my 10 cent stops, I cannot set the stop orders as quickly as it's rising. Here you can see I'm setting 49, 550. I'm canceling this one. Actually, I'm not canceling this one just yet, adjusting it a little bit. It kind of started slowly, but let me go to 46.35. So here you go. I set, I'm still setting stop loss to 680, 670. I was 670, you know. I was typing in 680. In that moment, it crossed 7 and went to the third circuit breaker halt. Now I could not be happier. I'm into this trade, and I am definitely in the green. No matter what happens, actually I've been in the green for quite a while, because at some point as soon as it crossed my buy-in, I could set a stop loss above my buy-in. And as it did that, as I set a stop loss above my buy-in, I was sure to at least make a little bit of profit. So I was quite happy. Now it was at 712, and I was thinking, okay, what kind of stop loss should I set? I was not really sure. I asked in the chat room I'm in, but nobody reacted. You know, there's like, I don't know, 2,000, 3,000 people in there. And everyone is asking questions. So I couldn't really decide, but in my experience, if you, if all the circuit breaker halts I've seen, and especially the second one of this particular stock, it whipped quite a lot, and it went down a bit, went up a bit, went down a bit, went up a bit. So I was like, okay, I'm going to assume it's going to fall a little bit. So in the end, I changed this stop. Right now you can see it's at 710. I changed it to 7 straight. And 51.50 is the time it resumes. So yes, there it's resuming, and it goes higher immediately. And I'm already just trying to set another stop loss, but then in that moment, it actually whips down, and I get out of the trade. Okay, yeah, I could have made more. It went up to a high of 747, but that's, you know, we never know. In any case, I made $164 on this one trade, coming up from a low of 35 to a green day of $130. I could not be happier. In the end, we can pause this video here. I can show you the chart. Let me get out of full screen. You can see it went eventually to a high of 940. Now it's rising again, you know. This thing is just unstoppable. Now I'm good for today. This last high here is 865, 66, and it Oh, 865. So again, it's touched that level. This seems to be a resistance level now, 865. If it breaks across 865 to 870, you know, maybe it will go to 9 again. But that's, we'll see. In any case, I'm happy. I made a profit. So there's really nothing I can complain about. Guys, this is my first green day. I would say I got lucky on this one because this just went parabolic. One circuit breaker halt, second circuit breaker halt, just grinding up slowly but ever faster into the third circuit breaker halt, then going up really fast and going down really fast, but holding just below that last circuit breaker halt and then going again. This thing is strong, and I am very happy. I think in terms of, like, this one was luck, because honestly I did not expect to make that much money, especially going into it after the second circuit breaker halt. I'm I think luck is what is super important in trading. I think in trading it comes down to luck and preparation. You know, you need to get lucky to make profit. So not lucky in the sense of personal luck, but just lucky in the sense that you look at the right stock at the right time. And that you have to prepare as well. You have to be in touch with the right people. You have to have the right scanners available to you so that you can see these stocks when they're moving. And then when you're lucky enough to get there in time and you get in, then you are making big profit. The other thing is you have to take risks. It is an inherently risky profession. So the other side of this coin is preparation. If you get in a trade, make sure that you set your getting out limit properly. It can be a stop, or it can just be a mental limit that you react to as soon as it breaks that level. But don't make the mistake of holding something way in the red and hoping it will come back up. Get out while you can. And then if you do that, then yeah, there will be lucky days like today. And I am super happy. This is my first green day. Okay, I'll stop blabbering on now. I hope you found this video interesting. If there's anything you'd like to know, let me know. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye.